What's up, guys? It's me, Hudson, from Hudson Stuff Studios. I'm a little sick right now, so I thought, you know what, why not make a video recapping Jam 1 and 2 and letting you know everything you would need to know before watching Jam 3 when it eventually releases this summer, hopefully. One thing you definitely would want to know about Jam, it has a stacked cast across the board for both films. Sure, the first one only has 3 cast members, but the second one has 6. The actors in question consist of this guy, Ilif Jacobson. He's Christopher Nolan's son. This gentleman, this goober, and me. I play like 20 characters. Out of the cast members I just listed, 2 have a YouTube channel. Ilif has a channel called Jacobson Studios, and Caden has a channel called Missing No Creates. If you feel generous enough, I would highly recommend subscribing to both of them. They make good content, and it'll be worth your while. So, you might be wondering, what's Jam even about? Well, I can answer that. Mostly. Jam and Jam 2 Enter the Jamverse are films that are ultimately about a boy who travels through time, going on countless adventures to try to save his deceased father so he can reconcile for the mistakes of his past. There is, however, a lot more to the story than just that. With that in mind, let me take you on a journey that our character went on as well. Starting off with Jam 1. Jam 1 follows the main character, who still doesn't have a main name, stay tuned for Jam 3, his name might be revealed, going on a depressing trek to this playground. Once he's at this playground, he takes this jam out of his backpack. After he does this, he sees an Elmo toy. Very ominous. Following this, a character named the Jam Quester enters the film. He is alone, depressed, walking along the street. He then sees the main character, holding Jam. Seeing this, he runs over to him, demanding that he give him the jam. He even offers to pay him a whole dollar bill. The main character refuses, and a chase ensues. The chase concludes with the main character having a vision of a giant version of Elmo right above him, and then placing the jam on the ground, activating its power. Once he activates his power, a portal opens, and he runs to it. After doing this, the Jam Quester goes to where the jam is currently lying, holds it, and starts to break into tears. The main character goes through the portal and awakes several nights before. He travels to his father's room, sees that he's alive, thinking his mission is accomplished. As it is seen, Elmo is in fact a threat that is trying to eliminate the main character, especially now that he's broken the constraints of time. Elmo chases the main character around his house, moving the father out of the picture, not killing him, but knocking him out. Eventually, Elmo traps the main character in a prison of sorts. This prison will be explored heavily in Jam 3 Trinity. That's Jam 1. Yeah. Now, the story of Jam 1 is fairly simple. What makes it complicated is the lore. I didn't bother to explain the lore at all beforehand, so I'm gonna tell you pieces of information about it now. Elmo is not actually Elmo. That would be absurd. Elmo, in the context of the lore within the Jam universe, is a 5th-dimensional demon who wants to rule the entire timeline as he sees fit. He merely takes the form of the character Elmo. If you go against the rules that he has set in place for how he wants his timeline to run, he will attempt to either eliminate or deal with you. You may be curious, what is Jam in Jam? Jam, depending on how you use it, can be used as a time-traveling device. It's that kind of story. Now that I have Jam 1 explained, let's shift our focus to Jam 2, Enter the Jamverse. My favorite thing I've ever made, on my channel at least. I'm going to go into much less detail on the plot of Jam 2 than I did for Jam 1, simply because Jam 2 is a feature-length film. I don't want this video to be longer than 20 minutes, so, to keep it brief, Jam 2, Into the Jamverse, is in fact a prequel to Jam. It follows the origins of the main character and how he got to the state that he was in the beginning of the first Jam. We get to see how his father died. As it turns out, after a huge argument in a legendary battle, the main character is in fact responsible for the death of his father. Terrified and traumatized by this, he runs away, embarking on a quest to save his father through time travel. He discovers that Jam allows people to travel through time as they wish, depending on what kind of jam they have. Now, he meets this cult along the way, the cult gets up to some silly shenanigans. Eventually, the main character collects the jam that he needs to go back in time to save his father from this 6-foot humanoid rabbit creature named Jackson Rabbit. He is the best character, and that's that. He also kills almost all of the cultists. That's Jam 2. Enter the Jamverse. I would love to reiterate that Jam 2 Enter the Jamverse is far deeper than how I just described it. This video's sole purpose is to tell you everything you need to know to understand Jam 3, not necessarily go over the entire lore and story of Jam 1 and 2 as a whole. I actually have an idea for a video that I would like to release after I finish the Jam trilogy, going over almost all of the Jam lore as a whole entirely. That video is probably going to be well over 2 hours long. God help me. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I personally really enjoyed making it. I'm going to go to bed. I hope you all have a great night or day whenever you're watching this. Please subscribe with me.